Done. There we go. Good afternoon again. Thank you all so much for coming to explore this Lumbee exhibit. My name is Stephanie Wiant, and I have a speech prepared to give you a little context of how we got to this point and what the intention of today is. In my personal experience, there's nothing more sacred in Native American culture than storytelling. Intentionally coming together to share stories, embrace each other's joys and sorrows, and most importantly, taking time to lift each other up through conversation, a compassionate heart, and active listening. We are here to do just that together. As you individually immerse yourself in the story of Ruby Jane Hammonds Wiant, my mother, my hope is that you connect with someone here today. Slow down a little bit. Take in this remarkable library and resource for the community, and maybe hear your inner voice a little louder today. So how did this project become to be? Many of y'all asked me that. I was trying to save it for this part. Who is Ruby Jane Hammonds Wiant? Why is her story important? And what do I hope you will gain from this exhibit? These questions I will ask for you. I just graduated with my master's in library science from the University of Maryland, College Park. And part of my graduation requirement was to complete 120 hours of field study work in the library. I worked on 2 different projects to complete those hours, and one of them was this exhibit. I reached out to Caprice DeLeo. You can, give a little, there you go, shout out to Caprice, the head of the Maryland department at the Enoch Pratt Free Library, and pitched the idea to feature my mother's items to bring awareness of our Lumbee tribe in Baltimore. I didn't grow up in Baltimore. I'm a military kid. I grew up all over the country without ever knowing my Lumbee roots, with Lumbee clearly indicated on my birth certificate. My whole life, I felt like an outsider to my own tribe because I didn't grow up in Pembroke, North Carolina, where the majority of our people reside, a tight-knit community where strawberry festivals are very much still a big deal. We are 60,000 plus strong, named after the Lumber River that flows through Robeson County, North Carolina. We are people of the dark water. Imagine for a moment feeling a dislocation from who you are, your tribe, your friends, your family, a distant community you've always heard about but never knew. Where would you go to begin the quest for understanding yourself? Perhaps the library. And that is exactly what I did. I began to research the Lumbee tribe. I checked out books. I started to reach out to extended family members over the years and gathered the pieces that would eventually help me own my own heritage today. It's been a journey and continues to be one. So I thought, what better place to share this exhibit than the public library for Lumbees in Baltimore, for the greater community, and Lumbees like me trying to establish their tribal roots. If my mother were alive today, she would have so much to say about this moment with you all. Or I could imagine her singing about this moment, especially for the ones who knew her very well. Making a grand entrance between those 2 double doors, making sure she greeted every single one of you. First thing you might notice is her ruby red lipstick. She went with that lipstick everywhere. Ruby Jane Hammonds Wiant grew up a sharecropper's daughter in Chadbourn, North Carolina. She was born July 1st, 1948. One of 10 children, she was reared in Chadbourn Indian School, a 4-room wooden schoolhouse with 1 teacher from her primary years to the 11th grade during segregation. Her senior year of high school, she attended an integrated school, West Columbus High School, but did not go the first 2 days in fear of being killed. You will see in the exhibit where she scratched out her face in her yearbook because she was ashamed of how she looked and did not want to be reminded that she was different from her peers, that she was indeed Lumbee. Her struggle for self-acceptance was all too real. Lumbee heritage is beautifully complex, and for my mother specifically, it was a daily hardship explaining to folks she was Native American with the more distinct African American features shining through from our bloodline. We are triracial, a mix of Native, Black, and European descent. This is the main reason that Lumbees are still fighting for federal recognition. She endured. There was something she identified early on that would help her rise above it all: her love for singing. Ruby knew early on in life what brought her joy. Singing was her oxygen. It was the one place, singing on stage, where she felt free. It was the ultimate place in which she knew how to love herself without question. People saw her for Ruby and nothing else. You will witness the depth of this joy throughout the exhibit as she matures into adulthood, marries my dad, becomes a military wife, a mother, with an established nursing career for over 40 years, and truly singing until the day she transitioned home. Why does this story matter for any of us today? Purpose and passion can be very hard to find sometimes in life. Some people live their entire life not knowing what their purpose is, or never experience the feeling of passion brewing inside of them, asking them to answer the call that is in their heart. For others, people might know what brings them joy, but do not have the courage to act on it, or societal pressures or circumstances keep their dream small. I believe we all have something to contribute to the world, and if we were all pursuing our joy in the world collectively, our world would be a brighter and much happier place. But we cannot do that alone. We need each other to see the things we may not see in ourselves sometimes. And for my mother, one of those mentors was Miss Collier, whom she met in her senior year of high school in homeroom. Miss Collier encouraged my mother to take advantage of everything West Columbus High School had to offer, from theater to typewriting to home ec and so much more. My mother was amazed by what was available to her at her fingertips and needed help deciding on what to do. Miss Collier was in her corner, cheering her on the whole way, helping her develop a new level of confidence within her singing and herself. The mentorship my mother received took her joy to a whole new level, and it is evident in every stage of her life that you'll get to see today. She knew without a doubt what would be her remedy on a bad day, how she would spend her free time, and what she would do to uplift a friend in need. She would sing. What a marvel it is to know in the depth of your being what is yours to do in this life. I hope this exhibit sparks a reflection for yourself today. In a world that needs joy more than ever, may you spend some time contemplating your own joy, your own passions, your own pursuits in life that will fill your soul. The world needs your unique gifts. Allow these images and items you see today stir a reminder that you have something valuable, something worth contributing to society. May you intentionally make time for that. Meditate. Maybe share with your neighbor what sparks joy for you. I encourage you to start on this side of the room. Take in the essence of the first image. When you see that image, there's nothing of a greater emphasis for my mother and her essence than that picture right there. She's a star. She's a singer. Even after she's transitioned on, her energy still resides in that manner. Just a young Lumbee girl who grew up singing with her sisters, desiring a dream to be famous, to be seen and heard. This is the shining thread throughout her timeline of life that carried her throughout everything life would bring to her. May you take a little bit of her shine with you today. And just a little note, if you need a starting point for your self-discovery and passionate pursuits, there's no better place than to begin that journey in your local library. Libraries are filled with stories waiting to be read, community programs, author talks, social engagements, history, historical records, and so much more. Yeah, I can't go on. Libraries harbor one of the last pieces and places of true democracy that give us hope and comfort in uncomfortable times. I hope you remember what your local library can do for you in the pursuit of your dreams and your talents. Thank you for honoring my mother with me today. Thank you for honoring our Lumbee people and each other. And thank you for being brave to pursue your joy. Aho. Thank you all very much. So this is a celebratory event. There is food and refreshments in the back for you to enjoy. Feel free to ask questions, get to know each other. You all are truly my people. I'm so grateful that we're in the same room together. You've been part of my journey in so many ways that you may never even know. And the ones that knew my mom, she says hello today. So thank you again for coming. Oh, and last shout out, I wanted to mention the pamphlet here. It's the East Baltimore's Historic American Indian Reservation. This is work led by Ashley Minner. She is an enrolled Lumbee member. And there is a bunch of historical routes that are established in Fells Point. Also significant information for current Lumbee heritage and things that are going on right here in Baltimore. So feel free to take a pamphlet. It's in the back there if you'd like to check that out for your continued journey. Thank you again. And Hilda, I have a question. Would you like to come up and just say hello, since you're my aunt and mom's sister? Yes. Do you have any words you'd like to say for today?
I just like to say you did great, and I'm emotional right now.
Okay.
Really talk.
Okay.
But thanks for everyone for coming out. It's been a blessing. It's nice to see new faces and old faces, and I've known the family there. So take care. Love you.
To give a little more context, this is my Aunt Hilda. She's a beautiful 80 for me in ways that my mom wasn't able to be sometimes, especially after her passing. So it's a very significant deal that she's here today. So thank you for saying hello to the crowd. Appreciate it.
Love you.
Love you. I think that's really it. Now it's time to eat.